wait for you alone. I got a love that I can't chase, the kind of mystery won't fade. I gotta wait for you alone, and I'm wasting away. You've taken everything that I want, till there's nothing left in me, and there's no room left to breathe. You're changing everything that I need, 'cause there's nowhere left to hide, when there's nothing to believe. Would you leave me here behind? Would you love to watch me cry? Would you like to fly away? I could show you the truth if you'd only let me lose, if you told me what you need. And I'm fading away. You've taken everything that I want, till there's nothing left in me, and there's no room left to breathe. You're changing everything that I need, 'cause there's nowhere left to hide, when there's nothing to believe. And I'm wasting away, and I'm fading away. You've taken everything that I want, till there's nothing left in me, and there's no room left to breathe. You're changing everything that I need, 'cause there's nowhere left to hide, when there's nothing to believe. I'm wasting away, till there's nothing left in me, and there's no room left to breathe. I'm fading away, 'cause there's nowhere left to hide, when there's nothing to believe. Would you leave me here behind? Would you love to watch me cry? Would you like to fly away? I could show you the truth if you'd only let me lose, if you told me what you need. Should you take me from this darkness left inside? Left inside. Left inside. Hiding right in plain sight with that pathetic eyes. Run into addiction, the darkness kept inside. I'm crawling under the city of angels. I'm further from my own. The lights go stronger, the fight moves under. I'm breaking under fire. No one will hold you, hold you. Every time I look into your eyes, I see this angel deep inside. You've gone away, so far away from me. A special engagement, she lights up the pavement. She pays her till to the throne. She calls a man on the phone and says, I'm not coming home. Another lonely soul to please. You told me it's what you want. Every time I look into your eyes, I see this angel deep inside. You've gone away, so far away. Every day I seem to realize you save me from this fight inside. You've gone away, so far away from me.
Alrighty, what is going on, everyone? Qualifying is underway. Well, we got qualifying underway. Just went ahead and threw up our point standings. We have going into this race number 9. Counting this race, they have One, two, three, four, five. So only 6 races left. So it is do or die time for some of these guys. You see, especially a little bit further back. I don't people like Connor, Fastmitter, really anyone below them. They're in pretty much do or die, and I would say probably anyone Curvy or lower, maybe even Ed Smith Sr. lower. I would say it is must win. A couple of notable things I noticed while doing this. Surprisingly, Matt Forens is out. Chase Harden's just barely out. A name I'm surprised is in is Simone, having a phenomenal season so far out of 9 races. But we are going live here. We're going to go ahead and go to the actual race now to Iowa Motor Speedway tonight, presented by Angel Oil Gaming. We got the Cup Series live. 200 laps of race, I believe, is what I saw. Yes, 200 laps. We have 2 stages tonight, 60 and 120. Race is sponsored by Connor Darnell Designs. Unfortunately, Connor not here for the race he sponsors, surprisingly. So we got this race going, and the next week we got the Crown Jewel event. I know everyone's looking forward to that week. Charlotte Motor Speedway, 300 miles next week. Very long race. Their longest of the season. Currently, Ethan Flanagan on that pole position in that 35 machine. Ethan was looking comfortable in points. Give me a second. I'm going to pull that up. I have it. Now, Ethan's 44 above the cut line, so he's looking decent. I'll say Ethan, Tim, Barkley, and maybe even Dinger. We'll go down to Jordan, 31 above. Those guys are looking pretty good. Still with 6 races left. I say that, but a string of bad races, even just two bad races could really set them back. We saw in actual NASCAR, Bubba had 2 straight DNFs, and he went from, I think, 20 above the cut line, and he has yet to get back in the playoff picture since his second DNF. So a string of a couple DNFs could really hurt these guys in these closing 6 races going into the playoffs. You're still winning, you're in format. So a lot of these guys looking for that win, lock themselves in, and get rid of all that stress. I'm trying to point their way in. Well, they closed qualifying down. I think Tim Harmon's still out there qualifying. Tim Harmon's actually pulling out now. Couple things to note. This is a very loose setup. Tony was saying, especially on a longer run, these guys, admins, they busted their butts to get it set up to somewhat work with this car, as the iRacing setup was just completely trash. And unfortunately, they're running this race a little bit earlier than NASCAR actually does. I have a feeling, had this race been 2 months later after iRacing went there, like when Cup does, they probably would have had a better setup. Hopefully, I could be wrong on that. Usually, iRacing fixed setup, they're not the best, but the fixed setup they had for here was it was undrivable, to say the least. Tim Harmon gets ready to put some laps in. See if he qualifies that. A couple of notable names. Davey Hendricks is yet to put in a lap. Tim Harmon currently 16th fastest. Chase Harden yet to put in a lap. Jordan Miles and Edmore Sr., all those guys have yet to put in a lap. Mr. Ricky Bobby coming home late, didn't get a chance to really practice it all. He's kind of stuck at the rear of this field. Mr. Birthday Man's going to have some work to do to try to get a decent finish here tonight. And he's needing one because he isn't too far above the cut line. I believe I saw him just 28 above the cut line. Well, Tim Harmon, he does qualify 12th fastest. Pretty decent run for him. Did he put in a lap and just wreck? Oh, he did. So this was Davey's run. Hold on, we'll rewind it here. No, we won't, because we're going live. Alright, so Davey must have had problems on his qualifying run. These guys are getting ready to grade up here. Heath Flanagan does get that pole position. We'll go over our official starting lineup here tonight for the Connor Darnell Design 200. Easton Flanagan getting that pole position, getting a nice little bonus point. Outside of him would be Zach Bucher. Bucher just above that cut line, looking for a decent race. Josh Van Gore, Tony Frey. Tony Frey below the cut line. He's looking for a good finish. Row 3, Barkley and Forns. Row 4, Alan Canoes and Ed Morris Jr. Row 5, Andrew Kolb and Jonathan Nance. Nance, another guy I was very surprised to see below the cut line when I was doing that standings. Tim Palmer, Greg Rogers, row 6. Row 7, Mike Simone, Brandon Park, John Knighty Jr., Jeff Medlin, row 8. Row 9, you have Matthew Richmond and John Fassbender. Row 10, Matthew Swervy Gervey and Stephen McComas. Row 11, Dakota Orndorff, Kevin Jordan. Row 12, Davey Hendricks and birthday boy Bobby Rafferty. Row 13, Jordan Miles and Ed Moore Sr. Round the field in that 27th starting spot in row 14 is Chase Wallbang Harden. And real quick, I gotta call this out because when I was doing it, I noticed this. I gotta give Medlin props. Granted, it wasn't a very favorable move he did, but I don't know if I can get a good enough camera angle on it. But he actually has his nickname on the door, which I absolutely love. I think that's a nickname I gave him, or maybe the league gave him. I don't know, but I do call him the Dozer, and he has it on his door, Jeff the Dozer Medlin. So props to Medlin there, kind of going along with the rib with Adam and putting it on his door. He kind of takes that nickname with pride, I guess. I don't know, but I think it's cool. What's the over/under on cautions? Gib, I have to answer that now. Can I go 15 laps? I don't know. Okay. Yes, I do. I do love that. I actually love it. He got that name in not a very favorable way, but he embraced it. That's awesome. Over/under on cautions. So I'm gonna say a number, and we're gonna say over/under. Counting stage breaks. Oh, God. 10's a lot, but I'm going to say 10. Counting stage. So 8 of cause if they have. Yeah, I'll say 10. 10 total. Under? Alright, well, Pacer's going to pull off. We'll find out. 200 laps.
Green.
Lap 60, stage 1. These guys are getting ready. Green is out. It's a pretty solid jump. That's going to leave Zach Bucher and Josh Van Gore side by side. Nasty bump in turn 1. Another thing I want to throw out there is I'm not going to be shocked if I do not see people go high in turn 1 and 2. The Xfinity car, I actually like that bump. It helped me rotate my car, especially in older tires. From what I've heard in these cars, you do not want to hit that bump. I don't know if anyone's going to go high enough for it. I think Killens might have been up there to maybe hit it a little bit. Right along with Killens here, see if he hits that bump again in 1 and 2. Oh, and there goes Morris Jr. around, coming out of 4. Spinning through the grass, no caution yet. Looks like he just got on the gas a little bit too soon there. Oh, number 60. He's still leading the way, though. Battle for position we really have is there. Never mind, we got a yellow. First one of the day. Greg Rogers having issues, along with Davey Hendricks, our points leader. Go back and see what happened here with... No, that is Simone. But Rogers was right in front of him. I think turn 4 is just... Oh, no. Harmon just got loose and just tagged his teammate there. How does Davey get involved? Everyone doing a really good job keeping off the wall. Oh, Davey he stepped on the gas a little too soon, too. Spun her around. I think that's what brought out the yellow. I don't think Roger brought out the yellow. I think Davey did. But we'll do a little bit more interviews here in the closing weeks coming into playoffs. Got a couple laps to do it. Let's go ahead and pull up Tony Frey. Tony Frey, I think we got a copy.
I gotcha.
Hey man, what's going on? Coming into this race just below the cut line, 6 points out, man. Gotta ask you, what track are you looking forward to in this closing 6 races, and what track are you kind of like, not counting this one. I know a lot of people looking forward to this one.
There's really not, like, the road courses. The upcoming road courses are going to be difficult.
Even Daytona Road?
Yeah, they're not my specialty. I'm better at standard road courses. But everything else I think could be all right. I'm just looking to survive, man. Like you said, I got 6 points I got to overcome to get back in the top 16. Had a rough race at Kansas. Got taken out lap 20 and didn't get to run another lap. So just trying to survive and gain some spots in the points.
Now, I am noticing these cars are not liking the bumps. I saw you guys getting a pretty good... your car gets pretty unsettled on the low line in turn 1. Do you think we're going to see guys go on that high line where that bump is, or no?
I do. I was driving up there. You can drive through the bumps. You just got to be very careful on throttle. You can't be hitting gassing it up right as you're going over that bump. It'll really upset the car. But I think longer in the run, I think that might actually become a very defensive line because you get such a run off the corner. So we'll see what the track does as we start getting some rubber down, get some heat in the tires, see how it all plays out.
Yeah, I just know in the Xfinity race we ran Monday, I was actually using that bump on the Highline turn 1 to help rotate my car. And I know these next gens, they take bumps a lot differently, so I just didn't know how upset they get on the Highline.
Yeah, they definitely push tight. You just got to anticipate it and manage the throttle. It's manageable.
All right, man, good luck this race. We're starting here P3.
All right, thanks.
So you think he'll lead the green yet again? Surprising to see him take the low line. I know Xfinity, I think the high line was more chose than the low line was on restarts, just because Tony was saying the runoff you're getting. But without unstable, there it is. Unstable these cars are, that high line might not be the way to go on restarts.
Green flag.
You're back underway. Green flag is out. Medley got a good jump, changed lanes, but did not advance his position, so that should be okay. Should not be penalized post-race. We go back here to Tony Frey, restarting P3, currently running P3. Barkley and Vanguard going at it right behind him. Barkley, though, going to tuck in behind Vanguard in front of his teammate Matt Forens. Forens looking on the outside line. I guess Coons looking down low. We're doing a good job single-filing it out. I think the first 2 wide battle we got back here for 10th, I do believe, or 11th. With 3 wide for a second. Not Vanguard, my apologies. Medlin all the way on that high line. I can get the run up, can't quite get it to work. Let's go on board here, man. Let's see if he hits these bumps again. Oh, Vanguard actually running that middle line here, rolling through 1 and 2 this time. The 3 wide in front of them as Rogers, Park, Harmon, a little bit of door bang in front of him going on. McComas having issues on track.
Caution, yellow flag.
There's a yellow. I think he's up there in the bump. There's that bump right there, but not as much I thought it would be. What? who was the yellow for? Davey having troubles early on yet again. It is not his race. Our points leader coming into here by a mile. Should easily still keep the points lead heading out of tonight. Rolling through 3 and 4. Just got a little bit loose, and Dakota Orndorff with nowhere to go. Davey's trying to chase up the track and gets into the back of Davey. And I'm kind of surprised that was what brought out the yellow, because we saw Morris Jr. stopped in the infield and we kept green, but this time by yellow's going to come out. Let's take a look at the front end of Dakota. He did get into Davey pretty good there. You see a little bit of damage there on that left front. Nothing too major here. I don't think these cars are too air dependent here at Iowa. Yeah, but didn't Morris Jr. when he spun, didn't he? No, he spun through the middle of the trioval, didn't he? Yeah, I think he did. So that would make sense, Gibbs. Alright. I wonder, hold on, can I add? No, I can't. I want to know if I can add channel point thing. I'll have to get with Jeremy. I don't think you're wrong there, Gabe, because I don't think about it. I have noticed, especially in league races, that cars spinning out near pit lane entrance and exit do have a tendency to bring out more cautions. I don't know, dude. I think Irish in general has been weird with cautions ever since I started. There's times you'll see someone spin out, slam the inside wall, stop on track, no caution. And the next time someone can just lose it, get a little bit below speed, and next you know, caution flies. Yeah, yeah, I'll throw it up real quick until we go green. We're just pacing right now. Actually, I realized I love how they put that on there. I didn't test it out, but I like how you can still see the tower and see where you guys are running. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we do. It is a really tight spot fight. There it is for a really 15th on back. I mean, 20 points is a lot. If you really think about it, we get about 25 to 28 cars a race. The 20 points is about a race or so. But 17th through, no, really 15th through 21st is really close. I think that's like a 20-point spread. Like I said, the big shocker I'm seeing is Matt Forn's out, our defending series champion, out of the playoffs with 6 to go. He shaved the mustache, lost all the speed.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, green flag back out. That was pretty good. Did he seriously shave it though? You're lying. There's no way. And I'll say this real quick. I'm really surprised Tony's not getting a good jump with Ethan because they are teammates. I don't know if Ethan's not coordinating it right or if Tony's just not getting on the gas when Ethan wanted him to. But I know if that was me and my teammate, I would be telling him when to smack my bumper so we can go, and they'd be right behind me. Jonathan Nance, another guy I'm surprised is really struggling this season. I think Nance had 2 or 3 wins last year, struggling to get that first win. Oh, Ford's getting loose on that high line, saving it, still trying to collect it. Ford's all over the place. Finally keeps her going straight. What a job there for that number 10 machine. Oh, and he's going to get tapped by the 70. McCummins gets that into the wall. Hard impact. Caution's going to fly Orndorff into the wall. Wow. And if you're Matt Forrest, that's not something you want to see. I want to say he had help. Go back and watch this. Here comes McComas. Does he actually hit him? Oh my goodness, that is the smallest tap I think I've ever seen in my life to send a car sideways. And that just shows you how much on edge these guys are driving. Goes down, gets into the right front of Gervy. Gervy, I think, does a pretty good job saving. We'll go on board here with Gervy after we watch the impact. It's a hard impact into that wall. And then Neidig, I think, just loses it on his own, trying to avoid Matt spinning out. Turns into the 42 of Dakota Orndorff. And he gets sent into the wall hard. Go on board here with Michael Gervy and get an idea what he saw going on. Swervy Gurry doing a pretty good job keeping it going straight for the most part. I'll go back a little bit more and go on board here is Mr. McComas. Watching that replay, I don't think McComas misjudged the speed. I think Miss Comas. There it is. Miss Comas. Wow. I'm sorry, Steven. McComas misjudged where he was wanting to go. Because I think McComas is trying to go middle here. And he just misjudged it. Yeah, you see him trying to turn down, trying to go middle. And it was just that slightest tap into Matt Fornes some around. He blew his engine instantly. Here goes Matt Fornes' engine. Fornes is probably screaming right now, Steven. On our third caution of the day. Gonna have a battle of the admins here pretty soon. I mean, and I know Matt's probably mad at Steven, but if, like, we'll go back, hold on a second. We'll go back right here. I mean, this we kind of started it, how he got sent back there with Steven. Row 3 and 4, you see him get loose, and he does a great job keeping it going straight here. Got loose a couple times, keeps it going, Chase doing a phenomenal job staying out of him. I mean, he lost 8-9 positions from that, and there's just the consequence of getting shoved back there with the squirrels. That's a tough break for that 10 machine. I went on board with McComas. From the that's why I changed my point of view. What happened? Originally, I thought McComas just arc braked him, but then it looked like McComas was trying to go middle, and just I think he was just carrying too much speed, or just misjudged where he was going.
Green, green, green.
We flag back out. Back here is Tony yet again. Like Beaker looking low on Ethan, can't quite get it done. Vanguard sliding up in the in front of Barkley there. Alan Kuhn's back here on the outside line. Nance working around the 73 of Harmon. Yeah, and that's what I'm like. I know Matt's mad, but I know if that was me, I think I'd be 50-50. I would be mad at McComas for wrecking me, but I'd also be mad at myself for putting myself back there to be in that situation to begin with by almost losing 3 and 4. Actually, I know for a fact I'll be mad at myself. There's been quite a few times where I do something stupid, get loose, or I spin out, get put in the back, and next thing you know, the next green flag comes out, and then the next thing you know, I'm wrecked completely because I'm back to the squirrels. It's like Vanguard's looking to make, or trying to make a move on Steven here on the low line. No, that's just actually, correct. That's Justin. They're trying to make a move on the outside of Vanguard. Ooh, Harmon into the wall coming out of 4. Gonna stack up Park and Cole, but we got another caution. Kevin Jordan having issues. Oh, and Davey just KO'd the right rear, left rear of Jordan. That was a hard hit to that right rear. Go on board here with Davey. You know what's funny? I think that's one of those moments. Like, if you're Davey, you wish he wouldn't have locked you down. That's literally, oh, and we missed a pass for the lead at some point. Go back and watch that real quick. This is Bucher getting around Ethan. How did this get set up? Oh, that's been set up for a while. Okay. But, that's one of those moments you wish they would have not held the brakes, because had Kevin Jordan not locked it down, Davey would have made it through that wreck pretty easily. Zach Bucher going to lead the field to green halfway through stage 1. 4th caution of the night. I might have been a little generous saying 10 cautions, because, wow. And with water under caution, I keep saying we got 6 races left. Let's go through our rundown of the schedule we got coming up. Of course, tonight we're here at Iowa. We got Charlotte next week. And I see a race that Matt Florence is probably really looking forward to make up some points. Maybe even get that win and lock himself in. That's Dover. Matt won Dover last season, the last race of the year, to win that championship. And after Dover, you got Daytona Road. We go to Pocono and to round out the regular season. Why not? Let's go super speedway race at Talladega for a chance for someone under the cut line to maybe get that win and get themselves in. And I'll tell you what, if you're sitting 16th in points going into Talladega, you are sweating bullets. Any new winner below the cut line will knock you out of the playoffs. And that's why I love super speedways for the cutoff race for the playoffs. I love super speedways for the playoffs because of the last race before the playoffs, because it adds that wild card factor. Anyone can win there and get themselves in and knock somebody in that 16th spot out. Which, for these guys not tracking, Daytona will be the regular season finale next season. So they're bringing it back to Daytona. And I mean, and the only reason it wasn't a regular season finale is because Darlington has had that race on Labor Day for forever. As far as I can remember, they've always ran a race on Labor Day weekend, so they wanted to keep that tradition going this year. And because they take that 2-week break for the Olympics, that's why Darlington's the cutoff. Warren's going to need a win. He's not getting points today. Yeah, he's probably going to be scored dead last today. I mean, he can maybe make up a couple points here and there. I wouldn't say a win, because he's only 8 out. He'll probably be looking at close to 20 points after tonight, maybe a little bit more than 20. I wouldn't necessarily say a win, but he is going to need some really good performances. And he got 2 tracks coming up back to back that he has had really good luck at, and that's Charlotte and Dover. Yeah, I did say 20 is tough, because 20 is about a race.
Green flag, green flag.
We'll get Green back out. Zach Bucher to the lead this time. Tony and Barkley going at it for P3. Ethan having a solid performance here so far tonight. I'm going to say this now. I would say anything more than 30 after tonight is a must win. 30 out. So if you're 30 in, I would say you're probably sitting really good on points. But if you're 30 out, you're going to need a must win after tonight. Kuhn's getting a little lost. Nance getting loose, locking it down, keeping her going straight. Pulls to the apron, avoid getting hit. Great job there by Fancy Pants, not spinning out and avoiding getting slammed in the back end. Losing a ton of spots, but at least that race car is still all in one piece. After our leader, Mr. Bucher. A couple guys up a decent amount of spots. Chase Harden in that 5 machine. He is up 14, sitting at 13th. Jordan Miles up 10. Rafferty up 9. All those guys are running 13th, 14th, and 15th. So a couple big movers here lined up nose to tail. Other than that, most of the top 10 is basically the same. Not too much moving position. A couple plus 3s and minus 3s in the top 10, but nothing huge. We go back here to this hornet's nest. Oh, and there goes Tony getting contacted by Alan Kuhns. Kuhns spinning around. That was a really good green flag run we had going too. That all started by Alan Kuhns getting loose coming out of turn 4, which is it's been the kryptonite here tonight. I see Kuhns getting loose just out of turn 4. There goes down. Hits that right front of Tony. Spins back up, and Greg Rogers gets a massive contact there on that right front. Gonna hurt him. Brandon Park is sent in the wall. Tim Harmon goes and mows the grass to avoid it. Andrew Kolb just slams that right rear of Greg Rogers. Greg Rogers already has that win, and Kuhn's having problems actually beneficial to Matt because he is the first driver above the cut line. That might help Matt not lose as many points here tonight. Brandon Park hard impact, and Kolb just nowhere for him to go. Tim Harmon does a really good job avoiding this whole thing. Oh, Nadi got involved somehow. What happened to John? Did he get Arca braked? See him checking up for the wreck in front of him, and oh my lord, Nance got into the back end of Nadi and almost got into Kuhn spinning out as well. This has been a rough race for a lot of guys. I don't think Tony has too much damage though. A little bit of a crinkle on that right front, but nothing to really warrant him wanting to come in, lose track position and stage points to get it fixed. Now, I don't know if Tony has toe damage. He might. So keep an eye on that, as that car might handle a lot differently. Now, I have had tracks to where I prefer toe damage at, because it actually helps the car turn more. For example, Charlotte, I don't mind getting I don't mind getting a little bit of toe damage at Charlotte, especially at turn 4. So, but I don't think a track that's already really loose you want toe damage at. That's going to loosen that car up even more. Oh. Alright, should be getting the one to go here. Under, excuse me, under our 5th caution, but that was probably the longest run we've had so far here tonight. Acer's gonna pull off.
Green flag, green flag.
You're gonna lead us back to green. We're gonna have 15 laps left here in stage 1. Barkley, he was actually able to run Ethan as well. Just getting a little bit loose there behind that 57 machine. A little further back, you got Tony Frey trying to hold off some guys, trying to get some stage points. Chase Harden, how about that? Started dead last all the way up here to P6. Chase Harden is a man on a mission. He is one of those guys needing points here tonight. Was below the cut line coming in. He was the first driver out. Bobby Rafferty as well. He started towards the back. He didn't get no practice laps. He's moved his way up. Keeping on at 77 machine. He struggled in qualifying, had no laps of practice. He's figuring this race out on the run. He has already made his way into the top 10. Who said that? I didn't say that. Maybe we should find a new crew chief. Currently, your last guy in on stage points is at 39 of Medlin. Morris Jr. trying to get some stage points. He has to get around Tony first to get some. Simone has made his way back into the top 5. Yep, I remember. He didn't do too good. He was like a lost puppy. I think that damage on that 6 is a little bit more than he thought it would be. He's been falling back pretty quickly here. We got 10 to go on the stage. Everyone's starting to figure this track out. Jordan Miles having a pretty good run here, just outside the top 10 and 11. As Morris Jr. looking to get around this 39 of Medlin. He's going to have him cleared, but will Medlin have a run on corner exit? He will, but Morris going to cut the nose off. Miles has made his way into the top 10. He got a car coming down pit lane. That is a 13 of Swervy Gurvy. Oh, okay, so Morris has 30 lap fresher tires. Morris, our most recent winner, won last week at, I think that was Kansas. Making the way around Greg Rogers. Greg Rogers, your first car a lap down, but he is 2 laps down. We get 7. This is coming to 6 go this time by. Bucher, though, still leading the way. Barkley right behind him. Barkley having a really solid season as well. Looks like we got a little bit of a battle brewing up here between Ethan and Bangor. Chase looking to the inside of Simone. Chase gonna slide up, not quite clear. Wow, we got a guy spinning off Medlin, I believe. Medlin going and doing landscaping work, cutting the grass there. 3 to go this time by. Chase has made his way into the top 5. So we got Morris and Ethan going at it for 4th. Or no, that's 3rd. I mean, are we surprised, Gib? Oh, and Ethan gonna get loose on corner exit. Saves it though, but gonna lose a spot, maybe 2. Here comes Harden and Simone on the outside. Harden into P4. Simone trying to get P5. 3 wide corner exit. 1 to go in the stage. Ethan Flanagan was sitting 4th, now sitting just inside of stage point contention. At their 3 wide corner exit, Bobby Rafferty going low, trying to get a stage point here. Fortunately, Bobby Rafferty going to have to settle for P8 at the end of the stage here. Going to try to get a run on Morse. Can he get it? No, Morse going to shut the door. Caution?
The yellow flag
Oh, there it
is
is.
out.
The Gib. You sleeping? Wake up. Zach Bucher gets a stage win here tonight. And some, I want to say much needed points. But definitely gets himself a little bit more comfortable in those point standings. Oh, no, that is much needed. He's only 19 above. Lucky Dog should go to Greg. And everyone talks how Darlington's too tough to tame, but yeah, seventh place car was passed. He's almost in turn 1, dude. But everyone talks about Darlington's too tough to tame. But I don't know. This track's looking a little bit more tricky than Darlington has ever been. Alright, Bucher's gonna exit pit lane. We'll pull Bucher up. Mr. Zach Bucher, you got a copy?
Yo.
Hey man, coming out here tonight, getting that stage win. Looking really solid here tonight, but everyone's been having some problems, man. What's your plans going throughout this race, and how are you able to maintain that car, keeping it going straight?
I'm just gonna be honest with you, just trying to keep it clean and not getting any wrecks tonight. That's kind of my biggest goal. I think the key to winning this is it's gonna be nutrition, see who lasts, because this setup is really wicked on the long runs. It gets loose.
It gets surprising to hear. We are getting tight in Xfinity, so hearing you guys getting loose, I don't know if I like that. You guys are loose on new tires.
Yeah, it's pretty much a handful the whole run.
Well, I mean, I was in here talking about how Darlington's too tough to tame, but I think I've been seeing a lot of people here have problems that you usually would see do well at Darlington. So, where do you rank this at on difficulty level?
For this car combo, just with this car in general, this is probably one of the toughest tracks you can do in this car, in my opinion.
Now, I gotta ask you, do you think had this race been 2 months later, after NASCAR actually goes there, do you think it would have had a decent fix setup, or do you think that fix setup it is what it is and there ain't no changing that?
I'm not sure. I think we could plan on next year maybe getting a new setup, and if it's about the same, I don't think we're ever gonna get a good setup here.
Well,
But-
I mean, the plus side is if you guys do go here next year, you'll have iRace, or next season, not next year. You'll have iRacing being here. You'll have open setups you can look into then at that point.
Yep, very true. So
Well,
we
man,
shall see whenever that time presents itself.
well, you got that stage win, some much needed points to get a little bit more cushion on that bubble. Good luck the rest of the race.
Thank you, man.
I think I dropped. No, I did not. There we go. Not even right. Exiled. This is Mr. Zach Bucher. Sorry, you already did last night. That's why I snapped at you. Well, then in a good mood last night. I was still very, very, very mentally exhausted from Sunday. I don't think it's something I'm ever going to do again. I don't know how I used to be able to do it when I was younger. I used to be able to stay up 24, 36 hours, no problem. Nope, 20-hour day at the track, that was enough for me. And it took me almost 3 whole days to recover from it. And that was with having Monday off. Bucher, Barkley, Harden, Vanguard, Flanagan be your top 5 here to start off stage 2. Had a couple guys stay out to get one of their laps back. I guess Greg was not the lucky dog. He's still 2 laps down, so I'm wondering who the lucky dog was. Huh. Oh, that's interesting.
Green.
Everyone has some new set of tires on. Lap 120 be our next stage break. Bucher out with a good run. Harden looking low in the 57 of Justin Barkley. Barkley up on the wall. Chase Harden's gonna have to tuck in behind him. And if you're Chase, I think if you're Chase, you kind of bite your time. You're running really well. P3. I don't think it's really worth it to push it. Win would be nice, but I think a top 5 points day would be outstanding for Chase, sitting just below that cut line. Here comes Vanguard looking to the inside, dived in deep. Unfortunately, cannot get around Chase. The outside line has just such a strong run. Vanguard gonna have to try to slide up behind Chase. Can't do it. Here comes Ethan Flanagan on the outside. Ethan gonna try to get a run off corner exit. He does. Vanguard though gonna cut the nose off. Ethan's gonna look low. Ethan Flanagan looking for the crossover on Vanguard, but that low line has not proved to be very good here tonight. Everyone been running that middle line for some speed, that high line to get a run off to defend their position. Ethan still trying to bat it out here with Josh Vanguard. You have to try to hurry up, make this pass. We got a car into the wall. Ethan down to the inside. I believe that was Chase living up to his nickname. Wall banging. There goes Vanguard sliding into the wall hard. Josh Vanguard went up and smacked that wall a ton, and he probably had to take that car to pit lane to get some damage fixed this time by. Oh, and he cannot turn. Vanguard trying to get to the pit lane, just cannot turn. Unfortunately, he's going to miss pit lane here. Oh, yeah, he is broken. That car is being nursed around the track. Vanguard trying everything he can to not collect anyone else. Like he's going to try to get down the apron. He will. Let's go back and see what happened there. I think Chase got into the wall. He did. Chase got a little loose off a corner exit. Right there, just a little bit. Kisses the wall. I don't think nothing big. Now, how did Vanguard lose it, though? Because... oof. Oh, Chase almost collects the 7 of Fassbender right there. It said Edmore Sr. crashed as well. And how is that not a yellow? I don't get this track. Alright. Back to live racing go. Bucher still leading the way. Barkley P2. Says Bucher's in pits, and that is completely wrong. He is not in pits. He is the leader. Morris Junior P3. Jonathan Nance having a solid run P4. And Simone P5. He is ghost spitting. Yep. That's why he's so fast. He constantly has a fresh set of tires on. That's why he's so fast right now. Every time we cross the start finish line, there's a new set of tires on that car. That's a tough break for Vanguard. He was running solid too. Vanguard, one of the guys below the cut line, well below. I think Vanguard's... yeah, I would say Vanguard's in a must-win. 32 out. More than likely out of this race. Going to finish multiple laps down if he chooses to finish. Bangor looking at a must-win in these final 5 races. Currently have 17 cars on the lead lap. Your first car is that is a lap down. It's 3 laps down. That is the 21 of Greg Rogers. How about this? Looking at the top 10, how about McComas currently running P9? Solid run there for that setting machine here on lap 78. Matt Forens, I think, still getting some damage fix. Hopefully he doesn't pull a Ricky Stenhouse. Real quick, talk about Ricky. I cannot believe they fined him. That is some that's some BS. How are you gonna find him, but then basically shine light or make it seem like it's okay by showing a replay over and over and over again? Let the driver show their emotions. Like, come on. And I think his dad got banned too. From what I heard, his dad got banned from NASCAR events. Yeah, I think that's a better way to put it. Yes, I can't believe they fined him, but yeah, it is BS. I mean, especially because when Kraft and Sanchez got into it last year, wasn't it only like a $10,000 fine for them? And Crafton could have left the track. He's left stewing for 200 laps on what he's gonna do to Kyle Busch. Like, come on. You're gonna find Crafton only 10 grand when he could have left the track, but you're gonna find Stenhouse 75 when he couldn't do nothing. He was stuck inside that track. Oh, okay, so he did get banned. Was he the one that got decked by Kyle Busch just to the left of the ramp going to the trailer, the hauler? I couldn't figure out who the heck Kyle Busch was punching there. Get out of Bulldozer's way. Everybody knows that. Oh, see, I didn't see that one. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of a no-no. As long as I've watched NASCAR, you don't let your family get involved. So the fact Stenhouse let his dad get involved, that's kind of, you can't do that. But still, I think the fine's BS. I hope someone else pays it because I don't know, $75,000. Because he was rightfully mad, but then they don't do anything to Kyle, who clearly intentionally wrecked him, never denied it, but he gets no punishment. I don't get that.
The yellow flag.
Oh, is that what you're saying? Dad. We gotta yell out, by the way. Let's see what happened here. Mike's no Simone. No, what happened, Simone? Simone was running just inside the top 10, spins out, collects Fastenbender there. Well, it could have been a simple spin turned into a ton of damage to that sub machine. Man, that was a bad spot to be sitting. Very blind spot coming out of the corner. I don't know. I think if you're gonna find Stenhouse, you gotta find Kyle. Because Kyle never denied intentionally taking him out. At least I never heard him deny it. Oh, there was a baby. Oh, that's great. You're right. He never admitted it, but do you have to really? Do you need him to admit it? I mean, it's clear as day. I thought it was cool. I was recording it when it happened. No, I don't. I mean, he gets paid more than I do, but I think $75,000 would put a nice little dent in his bank account compared to someone like Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, the big names. 75 grand's gonna put a nice little dent in that paycheck or that bank account. I'm sure Brad will pay for it. See, and I was asking my buddy that. First and foremost, where did that money go when they pay that fine? And secondly, if you just don't pay it, do they say you can't race? Like, and I'm talking like any sport. When you get told to pay a fine, where does the money go, and what happens if you just choose not to pay it? He does fight like a girl. Who did he get in a fight with that one time? He came out with a nice little bump on the forehead with some blood coming out of it. Was that Brad? No, that wasn't a Brad fight. Who did he fight there? No, that was a Brad fight. Oh, it was Joey. I knew it was a Ford guy. I can't remember which one. And here's the other thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when Ross decked Gregson, I don't believe Ross got fined. So why is Ricky getting fined? I don't get it. Oh, I'm just gonna buy some Ricky Stenhouse gear to help him pay that fine because that's, man, the inconsistency is insane. You don't find Ross, but then you only find Matt Kraft and 10 grand when he basically cheap shotted Nick Sanchez. I tell you what, I think Ricky handled it better than 90% of the garage would have handled it. Ricky at least let Kyle try to defend himself. Most of the garage would just ran up and decked him. I thought it was funny from what I heard. I guess Ricky said I'm gonna wreck you at Charlotte, and I guess Kyle responds, "Go ahead, I suck too," or something like that. So from what I heard is I listened to podcasts. Is it sounded like Kyle was about to admit fault, and Ricky didn't want to hear it. And he's like, "Well, here comes the punch. I don't throw it now. I'm not gonna be able to throw it." Because like, I guess Ricky's like, "Go back and watch the replay," and Kyle said something like, "Well, if that's the case," and then he wham. Yeah, he's like, I'm an old man. I fight differently, but you wreck me at Charlotte, we're gonna fight. Get Grant before he gets hurt. All right, we're going to green flag racing here. That's pretty good, Gib.
Green flag, green flag.
Y'all crazy. Anyway, back to green flag racing we go. Ed Morris Jr. is a great jump there, allowing him to clear Justin Barkley entering turn 1. Coming out of turn 2, Morris Jr. is going to be P2. Barkley 3rd, Nance 4th. And how about that? Mr. Bobby Rafferty, P5. And here comes Jordan Miles. How about this? Jordan Miles needing a strong run. Here he is. Lap 92, sitting P6. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, no, that's where I wanted to go. I wanted to go to 57. I don't think Ricky's gonna wreck him. Whoa, speaking of wreck, Barkley almost got wrecked. I don't think Ricky's gonna wreck him, but I don't think he's gonna make Kyle's life easy either. I tell you what, we just need Angel out here. We need Nance and Angel to recreate the wreck. No, not really. But I mean, they don't call him Wrecky Spinhouse for nothing. We'll see. Charlotte could be interesting. All I know is there's one man I'm rooting for this weekend, and Chase is driving that paint scheme. I gotta get on FanDuel. I gotta see if there is a bet that we could place on like Kyle Larson winning bowls, top 3 in bowls, or something like that. I'll put like 10 on that. Go watch Tricky run a midget. Isn't he pretty decent at running the midgets, from what I remember? Under the next caution, I'll check real quick. I have FanDuel and I have something else on phone. Nance, though, losing a ton of spots. What happened to Nance? Back here and see what happened to Fancy Pants. Looks like he just got loose entering turn 1. Right behind the 3 of Jordan Miles. Oh! What a save that was for the 8. Wow! Eager, though, is pulling away from this field. 1.3 second lead. Come to 21 to go in the stage. And Mr. Bobby looking to the inside of Chase Harden and Andrew Cole, trying to get around them both. Bobby sliding up in the front of Chase. Yeah, I was debating on going to Millbridge tonight. I know they're running the micros there. I might go back and watch it, the replay. But I spent way too much money at the track this weekend. Cole trying to get around the 07. Morris Jr. Cole washing up there a little bit. Almost door banged him, and he's going to clear Morris Jr. Jr. losing a little bit of ground as he had Bobby Rafferty now looking to the outside of him as they go through the tri-oval into turn 1 here. Bobby Rafferty able to clear Morris. Here comes the 41 of Brandon Park. Bobby though getting a little bit looser off of turn 4. Let's slide up in front of the 07. Further up, Jordan Miles starting to make quite a bit of ground. No, let me rephrase that. Cole making quite a bit of ground. Cole getting around Jordan Miles here. Here's the question. I haven't done this yet tonight. Is Cole on newer tires? He might be. I don't know. He pitted 14 laps ago. He is slicing through the field like a hot knife through butter. Him and Ethan both, as Cole's into P3, Ethan into P2. Got Tony, Birthday Man, and Dozer back here. Yeah, they're all fighting for that final stage point position. Tony in that 7th position. Did Tony pit as well? He did. I wonder if he's on fresh tires as well. Oh, Ethan's starting to chase down Mr. Bucher. He has Cole right on his trail. The tire tracks, I should say. Excuse me. Ethan back to the lead. Kolb right behind him. Those guys are definitely on newer tires. We'll have to go on the stage. Alright, so we got 9 coming to 8 to go. Kolb, Ethan easily driving away from the field. Barkley has managed to get around Bucher. So has Park. Bucher's starting to fall back here a little bit. There is a ton of cars trying to get around him right now. Bucher was running in first, now 7th. Might fall back to 8th or 9th as Miles and Simone are both to his inside. Simone with that damaged front end still trucking along in P7. Miles, though, getting a little bit loose, had to catch the car. What a catch that was for that number 3 machine. I think Bucher roasted him up. He is dropping like a rock as Miles able to get around him. Bucher just inside the top 10 now. Here comes Matthew Richmond in 11th. In the meantime, coming to 5 to go. Ethan Flanagan still leading the way. We got Simone and Frey going at it back here. Well, with Brandon Park. Simone doing really good, even with a pretty damaged race car. He is up there in P6, looking at, no, 5th now, after battling for 5th with Brandon Park. Simone, I just realized Simone's rocking the patriotic scheme a week too early there, buddy. For sure, everyone at this point, they're screaming for some new tires. Ethan gets the 2 to go in the stage. Matt Forth back down track. He's made up 2 spots since he's been back out there. And on where Swervy, if he comes back out, Matt might make up 3. And I mean that's 3 spots. I think, no big deal. That's 3 points, though. Every position is a point right now for that number 10 machine. I wouldn't be surprised if he has a laser set on a certain driver out there. He's planning to come out turn 4, win stage 2, Integral P2. Bentley comes across third.
Caution, yellow
Barkley
flag.
fifth. Fourth. Park fifth. Simone sixth. And Tony Frey will round out your top 7 for stage points. Shut up, Gib. I swear, Gib was like following probably Tony, just waiting till his nose crossed for the yellow. He's like, you want to criticize me? Here, take this. Alright. Under yellow. We're gonna. He's sure. Whoa! Ethan almost got slammed by Kolb there. Alright, anyways, under yellow here. We're gonna run some ads and we'll be back for the final stage here at Iowa. Alright, and we are back, and Gib, are you ready for this? So, for any of you betting people out there, FanDuel right now has a couple things out there for Larson. So here's something I found. Kyle Larson to win either Indy or Coke, plus 210. Him to finish top 3 in both, plus 600. For him to win both, plus 3,500. Kyle Larson to win Indy and finish top 3 in Coke, plus 1,600. Larson to finish top 3 in Indy and win Coke, plus 1,500. So, for those betting people out there, let me know when the commercial's over. I'll go over it again. Dang commercial. Yeah. Damn commercials. Alright, so we get one to go. Yes, we do. Commercial over yet, Gib? Okay. So, just real quick. It's in Motorsports featured. So, for Kyle Larson to win either, plus 210. For him to finish top 3 in both, plus 600. For him to win both, plus 3,500. For him to win the Coke and top 3 in Indy, it is plus 1,500. For him to win Indy and top 3 in Coke is plus 1,600. There's also a couple out there with Scotty McLaughlin and Kyle Larson both finished top 3 in Indy, and Danny Hamlin to win Coke is plus 4,000. There's quite a bit out there for a combination parlay between Indy and 500 and the Coke 600. So it's on FanDuel Sportsbook. Go by Green Flag Racing though here.
Green flag.
Man, I don't know what to put money on. Shoot. Ethan gets a really good jump there, and we're going to have the Dozer back here with Andrew Kolb and Justin Barkley. I'll try to screenshot it and post it in Discord after, maybe in the next caution after the race. Oh, yeah, there's quite a bit out there. I mean, I think his odds just to win are 700. Tony getting loose out of turn 4 to the tri-oval. Cutting the grass he goes. Keeps her going straight off the wall. We stay green. Oh, we got another guy spinning. I think that's McComas spinning out. Well, he got struggling with new tires. Dozer has caught up to Ethan. He's to his inside. Yeah, I will, under next caution, if we have one, hopefully it stays green. Kind of hoping it does. Or after the race, I will screenshot it and post it in Discord. Now I'm gonna have my Tism brain go to work and figure out what would be the best odds to grab. I don't lie. I think the odds for plus 3,500, like to maybe throw like $5 in on that, isn't bad to win both. But I'm kind of leaning more towards top 3 in Indy and win the 600. But Medlin to the lead. Medlin already got to win this season. Doesn't need one to lock himself in a playoff, but some playoff points would be nice. Kolb, though. Kolb, I want to say Kolb's in a must-win. Let me go look at that. Kolb, he was sitting 28 out coming into tonight. Wouldn't necessarily say a must-win. A decent top 5, top 3 finish here tonight would do really good wonders for him in the point standings, especially with some guys near the cut line like Kolb, not Kolb, there it is, like Kuhns and Tony even having a little bit of trouble just now. Parks, he's been having trouble as well. I think Parks a couple laps down. No, Parks actually on the lead lap. I thought he was a couple laps down after getting slammed in the wall there. Kevin Jordan's out of the race. That's really going to hurt him. He's 31 above the cut line, but I don't know. A DNF here tonight and a DNF next week could really change where he's at in the points. And what's cool, since I posted in Discord, oh no, close that. I can always go back and look at it too. But the Dozer looking strong so far here tonight, leading the race with about 68 to go. Coming to 68 to go this time by. Ethan Flanagan running P2s. We have a yellow out. Did Chase bring that out? No. What the heck was that yellow for? This fast and better went off track. Was that what it's for? Has this been a yellow? Maybe? Yes, that is definitely the yellow. Yep. Alright, give me a second, Gib. Let me see if I can screenshot this real quick. I can. Alright. Probably gonna get yelled by Jeremy. What are you doing that during the broadcast? I can't. Alright, they gave us in Discord. Ooh, there's another one I see on there. That looks very enticing. Scotty McLaughlin to win the 500, and both Larson and Hamlin to finish top 10 in the 600. That one looks pretty juicy too. I'm gonna wait for Dirty Modo. I think Dirty Modo is gonna kind of decide what I'm gonna do. I think y'all should give us that watch each week in a 20. What watch? What are you talking about? I can't give 20K channel points. What watch are you talking about? I can't give you. I don't know how to give channel points. No, I'm not giving you channel points for you to annoy the hell out of me and ride along with your driver. No. That's a CP board. You're not wrong. Oh. I mean, if I can give you my 27K, I would. Shut up, you two. Alright, we got the Dozer and Flanagan on the front row. Cole Barkley, row 2. Miles and Simone to round out your top 3 rows here. Restarting with 43 to go. I can't remember if it's his wife or his mom. Unless Nancy's that skilled and he's out here typing while racing.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back in the air. 43 to go here at Iowa. Who the heck is that riding around with no front end? Florence, he pulled back down pit lane. Not sure what happened there. He gained a couple spots, could have gained one more, but he decided to pull it down pit lane. His brother, okay. Jordan Miles looking to the inside of Barkley and Kolb here. Miles having a solid run tonight. Inside the top 5, really the second half of this race so far, since like lap 80 or so, we've seen Miles and that Vans machine up in the top 5. Able to get around Barkley here. Now has his sight set on Kolb, trying to get into 3rd. Did I say 43? My math is so bad. 63. Wow. My math is horrible. I think I did say 43. Whoops. Surprisingly though, this race has gone by fairly quickly. Ooh, Frey into the outside wall coming off of turn 2. Miles, though, able to get around Kolb here, sliding up in front of him. Miles, number 3 in P3. Looking very strong, and he is one of the guys, if he can somehow collect that win here tonight, it's going to upset that playoff order quite a bit, as he is well below the cut line. Like I said, if I'm out here racing, my goal. Oh, Kolb getting loose off of 4. Oh, and he does hit the wall. First one actually hit the wall, getting loose. Going to lose a ton of ground. Luckily for Cole, he keeps her going. Bedless salute late. Here comes Miles worker on Ethan Flanagan. Did Miles pit the last time by? No, he is just looking very strong here tonight. There's that bump in turn 1 and 2. Is talking about the start to broadcast. Miles is able to hand it. Gets a good run off maybe. Kisses the wall, but he's going to be door to door with Ethan as they enter turn 2 or turn 3. Door to door they go, coming off of turn 4. Miles should have the advantage. He does. Ethan going to have the tuck in behind him. Jordan Miles is looking very impressive here tonight. Like I said, I was trying to say before Cole got loose. If I was racing in this series, well, actually, first example, Xfinity Series, going into that final race, I do not want to be the last guy in on points. That is the worst spot to be in. I mean, even if you're in by a mile, and there's no way you're not going to make it on points, one winner outside the bubble could ruin your chances at the playoffs. Miles looked like he might have had a little bit of bobble there rolling through the middle 3 and 4, able to keep collecting, keep it going. Still got 15 guys on the lead lap. Greg Rogers, our first guy a lap down, and he is only 1 lap down. Yeah, I'm surprised Matt's down pit lane because, excuse me, he can actually make up another spot in Dakota. He's only 44 behind Dakota, and there's 52 to go in the race. Yeah, is he damaged? Where the heck's my rear chase? There it is. No, his car's brand new. I'm surprised Matt's not out there racing. Just trying to clock laps. We got Rafferty and Chase going at it back here just inside the top 10. It's a battle for 9th. Let me in, coach. I can race. Let me in, coach. I can still race. You know, Dan's having a little bit of a moment there, getting loose off the turn 4. Oh, and Nancy's going to lose it in turn 2. Actually looking over at something real quick. Oh, he's actually losing it out of turn. Yeah, so he lost it out of 4 almost. Whoops, there we go. Got loose right here. Collects it. A great job there. Finally just loops her around, kisses the wall. Oh, and Tony unfortunately involved in that. A lot of damage to that right front. It is locked up, and that is going to be the night for Tony Frey. Tony just nowhere to go. Wow, the hard impact too. And the crazy thing is, you go to the 8, and he didn't even look that bad. Alright, pit road going to be a very, very, very busy place. Some guys are probably going to stay out and try to get their laps back. Oh, the lead pack is down pit lane. Well, under caution here. I don't know if you had a chance to look at it yet. What looks the most enticing? I think the McLaughlin winning and Larson Halen top 10 probably the best one I see for the odds. I'm kind of surprised Kyle Larson top 3 in Bulls is plus 600. That's kind of shocking. I don't like that one. Man, I'm about to be a broke person. Yeah, and that's what I was wondering, because also, real quick, there was another one I was seeing. Hold on, where's it at? I think I was seeing it to where it's like Kyle Larson to win the Indy 500 is plus 650. That's insane. 650? I know he qualified top 5, but I don't know. Like I said, I am probably going to put 5 on him winning both. Very highly doubt is going to happen. But, I mean, if it does, that $5 can turn into what? 175? No. Yes. Maybe. I mean, a decent payday for $5. Actually, I'll probably put $1 on that. How much money do I have in FanDuel right now? $10. I'd have to ask for money. Put 100 on it, man. I ain't got that much money. I ain't got 100 to blow. I know it's gonna be a pretty payday if it happens, but the odds are that high for a reason, because it probably ain't gonna happen. Has Kyle Larson ever even won the Coke 600? You guys give me $30 a piece and I'll do that. We'll each pitch in like $30. I'll do it. And then we'll split it 3 ways. But anyways, has Larson ever won 600? I can't remember if he won it in 21 or not. I know he didn't win it in 22. Hamlin did. Blaney won it last year. I know for sure he never won it with Chip Ganassi. If we split it, we'd be fine. I ain't playing. No. That'd be an insane payday though. $500. What would that come out to be like? Oh wow, what would that be? So, if 100 is 3,500, 500 would be what? 10.5 grand, 14, $17,500, 18,000. That's insane. And to split that 3 ways, that's insane. No, it ain't happening though. We're about to go back Green Flag Racing. Like, I was kind of sad I couldn't go to the Coke 600, but now I'm kind of happy because I cannot wait to watch this Indy 500. Bentley got a really good jump there. Ethan be getting put 3 wide here, rolling through 3 and 4, 1 and 2 miles on the high line. Oh man, I puckered up for miles because that looked really bad. Here comes Bucher. Bucher we haven't seen leading this race since the end of stage 2. Middle of stage 2, I should say. And Bucher's working on Ethan for a top 3 right now. I gotta stop looking at that. My tits and brains crunching numbers shouldn't be crunching right now. I should be focused on broadcasting. We got 40 to go. It's time by. No, 41 to go. It's time by. He said bye bye. What? Chase spin out and I miss it? He did. What happened? Oh, just stepped on the lap pedal too soon. Oh, it does a really good job staying off the wall, though. Really good job there by Chase. That could end it very badly for him. Currently got a nice little three-way battle going for P3 here. Miles, Ethan, and Zach. Ooh, that Zach almost ended both his and Miles' night right there.
The yellow flag is
Oh,
out.
we got a yell. Bobby Rafferty. He was just behind you guys. What did I miss? I wasn't even looking at my Explorer time. I was looking at my second screen. Oh, Ricky Bobby. No. No. Lock her down. Don't get hit. Don't get hit. Oh my gosh. Cow. Who was that squeezed by him? Because, wow, that was almost bad. Oh, it's Richmond. Oh, no, Richmond does wreck because of that. Oh! Him and Morris both go for an off-track excursion. Looks like we might have one maker to pit lane. Oh, well, that's turn 2. He was getting low for Coons. Alright, let's hear you out. What you got, Gibbs? Real quick before I hear you out. Who else is on the front row, Indy? I know it's McLaughlin, Newgarden. Who's the third on the front row? I know it's all Penske. I forget who the third Penske driver is. But what's your idea? Let me hear this. For every $10 donate to the I think Nance Larson bet fund, I'll remove a driver yours. No, 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 no. No. I think you get both in trouble. No. I think you get both in trouble by Tony, dude. We're both getting yelled at. I'm gonna get yelled at twice. I'm gonna get yelled at by Tony, and then I'm gonna get yelled at by Jeremy. No, we're not doing that. No. Now, if this was like what we do on Saturdays, yeah, I love that idea. But for a league race, points plane race, no, no, no. It's pretty funny though. I can get cheesy just till you start removing people already out of the race. Just saying. Like, yeah, remove Matt. He's already out. Remove Gerby. He's already out. That's messed up, man. So, how would that work, like, in all reality, if Like, let's say you're in an official race, right? And the leader laps the whole field by 10 laps, and the leader leaves. Do you then still have to make up those 10 laps you lost? Like, so like, let's say the leader leaves with 1 to go, right? And the closest guy in second is 10 laps down. Will the race end on that lap, or will it go 10 more laps? Yeah, you're right. Never mind. It does show you on a different lap. It shows me, like, in the what? Oh? Oh, unless you're talking about... I was talking about... I'll say this, though. I'm going to have to do... I got to listen to Dirty Modo Friday. Then I got to watch some Indy practice. See how good Larson... The last time I watched Indy practice Monday, he was not looking good Monday. He was, like, 30th quickest in race trim. I don't like it. Oh, Blake McGee back there. Alright, green flag race we go. Mr. Dozer still leading the way. Here comes Jordan Miles on the outside of Ethan Flanagan. He's going to chop his nose off. Jordan going to go low. Ethan out there chopping nose off like crazy. Oh, and Jordan Miles almost gets it. Ethan has to collect it, and he does. Now he has Zach Bucher on his outside, though. You might want to look out. Yeah, if I'm Jordan, I ain't too happy with him. I'm one of the guys where at a track like this, you get 3 strikes. Basically 2 lifts. The 3rd lift, it ain't happening. If I lift for you twice, that 3rd time it ain't happening. I think that's one of the moments Miles lifted, and he's like, all right, man, that's 1. Now, he's still giving quite a bit of room. And then you saw the 3, when he got really close to that left rear Ethan, he kind of jerked it down to the left, got loose because of it, and actually lost a spot. Still battling out with Zach here, still trying to recover from that. Barkley, though, he's chased down that 39 machine. Justin Barkley is sitting very comfortable in points. Really does not need a win. I think he's like 70 above the cut line. Yeah, 74 above the cut line. It doesn't necessarily need a win, but a win would be really cool. Last time we saw Justin Barkley to victory lane was actually at another short track, and that was at Bristol's. We have a yellow out. Josh Van Gore in 83 having issues. He is not the only one. I see Matthew Richmond a little bit loose as we go to him. Just loses on corner entry, and Richmond gets collected, and wham, into the wall he goes. Now this should be interesting. These guys are on pretty old tires. Actually, no, they're not. They're only 22 laps old. What the hell am I thinking? They just pitted. But I also think they're out of tires for the most part. Tire sets. Iowa 5. No, they might still have a set left. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they still all have a set left, but no takers on pit lane this time by. That's a lot of tire sets. Got a little generous on tires here tonight, I see. I mean, we did have some takers. Ethan Flanagan, the first taker down pit lane, 25 to go. And this is not the north-south 300. 200. It's Connor's thing, but it's too long to spell out. It'd be really weird if I spelled it all out. Let's just do the CDD 200. I can't wait for next week. I'm hoping people actually show up with some decent patriotic teams. Is he back on the lead lap? No way. That's actually not what Matt wants to hear. Oh my gosh, he is. Wow. I think the most he was down with 3. I think him and Greg were both 3 laps down at one point. But still, 3 laps to come back on the lead lap, that's pretty good. I'll say this right now. If there's anybody that's going to race, like their lives depend on it in this top 5, it's probably going to be Chase. He knows he's in... Actually, no, he is not in a must-win. But I think Chase wants a win. Because... he's only 5 out. Like, I got Chase and Kolb mixed up. Kolb's in damn near a must-win. He's 28 out. You shut your mouth. Maybe. I just remember at one point, Rogers was the first car a lap down. And then... I don't think... Hold on a second. We got some time. Let's pull it up one more time while we're talking about points. I don't think Nance needed it too bad. I mean, he's 14 out. Looking at possibly a top 10 finish here tonight. I don't think Nance is in a must-win. I think top 10 here tonight. Couple more top 10s. I think Nance can make it on points. I'm saying that, but yet again, that means he's gonna have to knock out someone like Kuhn, Simone, who's had just a really good streak lately going, or really good runs going. Sitting 12th right now. Park, who's usually running somewhere towards the top. Zach Bucher, yeah. I don't know. Now I think about it, I think Nance might be in a must-win with who he would have to knock out to get in on points. Yeah, he should definitely pass Forens and Frey. Kuhn's come back on the lead lap. That actually is a huge benefit there for Allen. He was looking at possibly getting knocked out of the chase, and now he's looking at being able to hold a spot in the top 16. I mean, there's still 22 laps to go. A lot can change in 22 laps here. He keeps doing that. Where's the 14th? I wish I could mention McNance. Your brother says you suck. Back racing. Mellow's a really good jump there. Ooh, look at Bobby P4. Chase and Bobby started in the rear of the field. And they're both now up here in the top 5. You said he keeps spinning out, therefore you said he sucked. Bobby looking low on Chase here. I hope he gets podium now, because I cannot wait. Oh, Chase having a moment collected, though. Bobby looking low again. I don't know if anyone can get past Medley. Keep an eye on that 14 of Bucher. He is the first car. No, Ethan's the first car on fresh tires, just in front of Bucher. 20 to go if this stays green. Oh, and Chase having to chase it up the track. Getting loose, getting into the wall. Wallbang living up to his name. Gonna send him scrambling behind him. Bart Rafferty into P3. Nance into P4. 3 wide going on the backstretch. Ethan Flanagan on those fresh Goodyear tires, trying to make quick work of these guys on older tires. Excuse me, getting to the front. 18 to go. Time is ticking down for that number 35 machine, getting a little bit looser off of turn 4. Ethan though getting tight, rolling through 1 and 2. Door bangs Kolb. Him and Kolb have not had the best of history. Here comes Jordan Miles in that 3. Barkley and Medlin have drove away from the field, but Barkley has caught Medlin. Pretty sure he's all over that bumper. He is looking to the outside as they roll through 1 and 2. Justin Barkley trying to get around Medlin, but it's so hard to pass here. Going back here to these fresher tires, they're not really getting too much of a run like I thought they would be. Morse Jr. into the wall out of turn 4 or turn 2. Beaker looking low on Jr. now. Ethan clearing Jr. Here comes Beaker looking to the inside. I thought he had a run on Ethan, but not quite. Barkley, he's fallen off the pacer a little bit. 3/10 back. He was only 10th back last time we checked on him. 14 to go this time by. I don't know if these new tires are going to pay off. I mean, if they do, I don't... Oof. They're in traffic. Let's see if they've had some decent lap times compared to leader. So Ethan 23.58, leader 23.54. As there comes the yellow Josh Fassbender and Mr. Simone having problems. Not what you want to hear if you're a Simone fan. Simone having some massive problems there. Lucky for them, they keep it going. What caused that go? Fassbender to get loose or did he get help? Let's watch from Simone here. Oh, Fassbender's got loose and Simone just know where to go. You spin me round, baby, right round. Wee. Uh-oh. Richmond not happy with somebody. No takers down pit lane, I don't think. Alrighty. Getting down to the nitty gritty though. We less than 10 laps to go. No. Stop it. All right, should we go green with 7 to go? Only got one guy in the top 10 with a win so far this season, so he's trying to be a repeat winner, but I think he has a lot of hungry people behind him wanting to get that win. No, 2 people in the top 10. I forgot Morris won last week. Lights on the pace car turn off. And get the green flag with 7 to go. I have a feeling, keep an eye on Bucher. Bucher is your first guy out there on fresh tires. Restart on that outside line. He might be able to get something to work here on this restart. Pacer going to pull off. We're going to restart the race. That was our 13th caution, so Wiggins, you were off there, buddy. Anyways, back to racing we go. 7 to go this time by Medlin leading the way. Barkley and Rafferty fighting it out for P2 behind them. Bucher able to get around Ethan for 5th. Coming to 6 to go. Does Bucher have time on the fresh tire to make a run for the win? He's going to try to get a run here on the 8. Going to get a little loose. 8's going to slide in front of him, cut his nose off. Bucher going to look low. Hank Bucher trying to get that win. We got a wreck behind him. No yellow, though. Oh, there's the yellow. Nance into the wall. Tim Harmon having issues. We'll go back to what happened with Nance there. Yep, Tim Harmon just lost about himself. Kolb collected. Kuhns collected. Oh, and hard into the wall he goes. What happened to Nance here? Nance got sent into the wall as well. He just lost off of turn 2. Oop, right into the wall he goes. Fourteenth caution of the night. I think this might draw a green-white checkered. If not, it's going to be a natural one. I don't know. Yeah. Excuse me. So if we get the 1 to go here, I don't think we will. Now, so this will draw a green-white checkered. I don't think anyone has anything for Medlin. Medlin might get his second win of the season, and he don't got a dozer his way to one. So. Of that. Alrighty, last on that pace car will turn off. We're gonna try our first of 3 attempts at a green white checkered. We got Madeline Barkley on that front row. Mr. Booby Rafferty, Zach Bucher, row 2, and right out those top 3 rows, you'll have Flanagan and Jordan Miles. Alrighty, pace car pull off. We're gonna try it again. Green flag is out. 2 to go this time. Our first attempt at a green white checkered. Beaker trying to work the outside lane around his teammate Bobby Rafferty. Gets in the wall there a little bit. Bobby's going to slide up in front of him. Ethan to the low line. Jordan Miles washing up the track, almost collecting Bucher there. White flag is out. Jeff Medlin with a pretty decent lead over Barkley. Half a second. The fight for podium is on. Rafferty currently sitting in third. Ethan Flanagan going to look low going down the backstretch. Ethan Flanagan, I don't think he'll be able to get there on Bobby Rafferty. Bobby is going to get loose. He's going to hit the wall, and Ethan does get third. Rafferty P5. Well, if there's any time to get loose off a 4 and total your chart, it is coming to the checkered, and Bobby still sneaks out with a top 5. Bucher 4th, Barkley 2nd, and you can see the rest of the field come across your screen. So Medlin collect the win, his 2nd of the season. Looks like Barkley actually. Huh? Barkley didn't get the win. What? Oh. Wait. What? 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 Um, I'm confused. SEK is showing Medlin. Did Medlin jump it? Oh my gosh, I think he did. I think Medlin jumped it. Oh, I can't see. Oh, I have to do it this way. So I want to say 50 is the speed for the restart zone. Yeah, he did. Wow. So Medlin gonna get knocked all the way down to 15th. Barkley will win. Flanagan P2, and those are your results. Wow, good call on that one. I did not see that. Yeah, he definitely jumped it though. I'm pretty damn sure 50 miles an hour is speed because that's what they're going when the pace car pulls off. Move out of the damn way. And you see he's already 51. Oh yeah, he definitely jumped right there. He's already at 55. Look at a different camera angle here. Not that one. That one sucks. That one's actually pretty good. He is definitely well behind. Yeah, he's at 60 miles an hour when he finally comes to the restart zone. Oh, that's a tough break for Medlin. Yeah, that's what I was literally about to say that. He literally did not need to jump it. He was definitely the most dominant car in the second stage. Not second, third stage. There was no catching him. And Barkley collects the win. Wow. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and pull down our winner. Well, Barkley, I mean, I guess if there's a way to get your first win on the season, that's a way to do it, I guess.
Well, I mean, I hate to win it like that, but hell yeah, let's go, brother.
I mean, I was like, why is Medlin not doing burnouts? I'm looking at chat and they're like, Barkley won. I'm like, no, he didn't. SDK's showing Medlin. And I look at the results and I see UP won and I'm like, oh, did he jump it? Because I was kind of surprised because he didn't need to.
No, because he whooped my ass every time he started the race.
he was dominant as hell that last run. That whole last stage, Medlin was dominating on restarts and everything. I was like, wow. And if I'm Medlin, I know he's probably listening, kicking himself in the ass, man. That is a tough break. But luckily for Medlin, he already got the win. He's already locked into the playoffs. So it's not like he was a win in your situation. He just blew his playoff chances. But you get the win, your first of the season. First one since, I believe, Bristol last year. I don't think you won after Bristol.
Yep, that's correct.
But you get yourself locked in the playoffs, and I mean, you really didn't need one. You were 74 points above the cut line. You could have just showed up to every race and probably made it. But you do get that win, and you get some nice little bonus points going into the playoffs. Man, what a race. I think you were one of the very few that was able to keep that car pointed in the right direction as everyone was struggling that race.
Yeah, I mean, I did a lot of practice because I'm not gonna lie to you, I hate Iowa with a passion. It's not my favorite, but it seems like when I hate a track, I do fairly decent. But yeah, I really hate it for Jeff because he raced really good, and I wanted to pass him legit. But hey, a win's a win.
Like, when did you know you won? Because
When I exited out of the game and it said that I had the gold crown, I was like, hold up, what happened? I was like, "What are you doing damn burnout?"
Because when you cross the start finish line, I don't even think your crew chief would have said, "Good job, you won the race." He probably said, like, "Nice run" or something like that.
Yeah, I was like, "All right, well that stinks." I had give it all I got, and exit out of the thing, and I looked at results. I was like, "Oh, I won."
Wait a minute, that's not silver, that's gold.
Yeah.
Well, man, let's get your shoutouts and I guess go celebrate and
Yeah,
make sure you write a good thank you note to Medlin because
Yeah,
man, that's a tough break, man.
yeah, I hate it for him.
That's,
But
that's almost
yeah.
like going below the line at a super speedway and losing a win that way. Wouldn't know how that feels at all.
Yeah, shout out to all our sponsors, AWG, SBRN. You guys for broadcasting North South, for helping me out, keeping me calm, making me save my tires. But yeah, that was awesome. Thank
Yeah, and Simone had a good run too, coming across, I guess, ninth now.
you. So yeah, so we we did a little switch with some stuff right before the race happened, and it seemed like it worked. Just throw it away. So kind of worked out.
All right, man. Congrats on you win. Let's get on out of here.
All right, thank you.
All right, next let's pull in our second place finisher, Mr. Yes, Ethan did get second. What's going on, Ethan?
Nothing much. Little bit of a wacky race at the end, you know.
It threw me off because SDK said Medal was a winner, and my chat was saying that nope, that is not the case.
Yeah, I was in the team chat when that happened. As soon as Jeff hit turn one, he was like, "Oh man, I got a penalty," and I was like, "Oh god." So the race for the win was really Barkley at that point. I just did everything I could.
Yeah, so you knew him, Barkley didn't. So I'm kind of surprised because Barkley was just, I think, cruising for second, and you knew, oh, if I can get on Barkley, I can win this race. So you kind of had an advantage there, and it didn't really help you out, though.
Yeah, it's because I screwed up on the restart. If I did slightly better on the restart, I probably could have won the race. Cleared Bucher, cleared Bobby into turn one, and worked on Barkley. You know, it's but you know, it doesn't happen that way because my mistake. You know, it's just the way it is.
All right, man. Congrats on the PT. Let's get your shout outs in, and good luck next week at Charlotte.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Mirage Racing. Yesterday, I couldn't watch the race, but Joe Robert, he won Bristol, and I'm glad that he's able to get another win for my team. Real happy for that. Real happy for Joe. I'm just glad my team is actually doing something in trucks. We only have one driver, but got to thank F2ER. Those guys are biggest supporters of me. My family. Shout out to my school because I graduated yesterday. But yeah, that's it. That's all I have for shout outs. Sweet Crete, my uncle, he's a big supporter of mine. I love all of them, all my supporters, my family, like I said. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for shout outs.
All right, man. Once again, congrats on the P2.
Thank you.
All right, next let's pull in our third place finisher. Man, this thing is throwing me off because it's saying you're fourth, but you get the podium. You kind of got the podium. Bobby finally made a mistake that race and slammed the wall coming off of turn 4. Got you in that third finishing spot. Solid run. I gotta ask first and foremost, what the heck happened in second stage 2? Because you dropped like a rock, and I'm surprised you weren't a lot quicker on those newer tires.
The right rear just completely shut off there on stage 2. I ended up having absolutely no grip. It was fine one lap, came around, and it just shut off. It's like I had nothing there after that lap. But what's crazy is
Skill
I
issue?
was only down to like 81 on the right rear.
Skill issue. But okay, I digress.
Pretty much, I just worked too hard that run. And I knew a couple of those guys had pitted, and they probably had a good 10 laps still of good on their tire compared. But for the most part, it would just, I burned the shit out of that right rear.
Yeah, I mean, solid run for you and Bobby. Really, I think this is the first time this season Oh, and Park. Park finished up there in the top 10 too. But it's the first time this season we've seen exiled guys actually have a decent amount of guys in the top 10. So hopefully this is a sign of things to come for you guys turning the season around. I think you or Bobby are off a good finish last week.
That would be Bobby. I was in some pit road incidents there on the first stage.
Yeah, so Bobby coming straight off of a good finish last week, gets another one here tonight, coming across fourth. So going into Charlotte next week, where I mean it's gonna be interesting. A lot of people who are usually strong there are gonna be battling. Not all you guys can win, so Charlotte should be pretty interesting.
It definitely will. It'll be a fun race. This was probably my favorite race of the season so far. It was much of a workout and as hard as it was.
I'm too fat to hear that word. Don't you say that word around me. But congrats on the P3. Really get your shout outs, man. Let's get on out of here.
Thank you, man. Shout out to XL Esports, Ancient World Gaming, Elite, Next Level Racing, Simrap Market, Swordog, Design the Void, FGR Excel. You guys for putting on the broadcast, the league as a whole, and all the admins that put this together. And that's about it.
All right, man. Hope you get congrats on the win. Or not to win, third place. Whoa.
Oh yeah, I wish it was a win. Thank you, man.
Alright. Well, that will conclude tonight's broadcast. So Barkley pulls away with a win. Medlin, a very, very solid mistake-free race up until that final restart. Unfortunately, just goes a wee bit too soon. And unfortunately costs him his second win of the season. But we go on to Charlotte next week. So we got one more race this week. Arca coming here to Iowa. And then next week we got Charlotte week coming up. And it so happens to be after the actual Charlotte race. So for those of you guys who are betting, good luck betting this weekend, because I know I'm probably gonna be a broke. You know what? If nothing wins, might get you out by the wife. But y'all have a safe weekend, Memorial Day weekend. Pools are opening up, and all that fun stuff. So I know I'm gonna go out and have a little bit of fun, and we'll see you all back here. Hopefully Tuesday for the truck race. If not, we'll be back here Wednesday for the cup race. It's going to be a long night. 300 miles, 200 laps. So, man, I'm getting that next race. Madeline, I'm getting that next race. So, be a long night next Wednesday. So, make sure y'all sleep good, all you drivers, Tuesday night. And hopefully you guys can put on a good show. And we'll see you guys then.